producer.
Hey, I'm looking for Mrs. Bubblegum. Yeah, you know I need the sweet love, cocoa butter kisses that I could only dream of. Making people want the love we have when they see us. I love ya, I want ya, girl, I really need ya. Is it real? Is it real? See, I don't wanna question it. Is it real? Is it real? I think that's a definite. I thank God every day, cause yeah, she really heaven sent. See, God don't make mistakes. My baby's really evidence. Kisses on the cheek that I can't get enough of. You keep the smile on my face from sun up to sun up. I take you out on dates and I could buy you roses. See, I know this ain't perfection, but this really the closest. The fussing and the fighting isn't necessary. The Valentine's for us is not only in February. Anything you want, man, you can get it out of me. See, I just ask for loyalty, man. Show me that you down for me.
Okay. Oh, we are back. John is grabbing something before we get started, but welcome back to Baller Central. We have a lot to talk about today. March Madness things. We have some NBA things with playoffs approaching. I believe we're on the last maybe like 7 or 8 games left in the season. And we also have, you know what, some also baseball to talk about. Some overreactions over the opening weekend and just some early stuff like the Yankees bullpen being dominant, the White Sox rookie taking over, and how we feel about some early, takes about the MLB season. So, hey, we are live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And hey, we're excited to talk about it all. Make sure you show some love to the socials. Feel free to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Like and comment down below. Subscribe, put notifications so you know when we go live or upload. Also follow the gaming channels on Twitch and YouTube. I believe I'll be live later on YouTube to do some WWE stuff. So hey, before we get into everything, John, how we doing?
Good. Let us know who your favorite teams are too in the comments. I mean, if you want to talk about something or you got a favorite team, we'd love to talk about it. NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, doesn't matter.
Or NFL versus NBA. But
or I mean, even Phil weighs in on wrestling, and we do some UFC, little boxing talk in the chat. We can get some experts in here. So really, anything sports is what we're about, and we're excited to talk about it. So, Phil, what's up with you? How you doing? I'll pass it off. Doing pretty good.
Man, pretty good. Always happy to talk sports with you every week and in the chat since, it's like sometimes on most of our chats we're only 2 or 3 talking. So yeah, everyone else's notifications in the chat must be going crazy.
Be silent, which is fine. I understand. I mean, so some of the things we talk about are crazy. Some of the things Jabby says are crazy sometimes. I mean, I'll admit I was the last crazy one, but I mean, sometimes you got to be the crazy one. You know what I mean? Sometimes you really got to just think outside the box. And I think realistically, when it comes to crazy, as long as we can both kind of communicate, like in our last debate, we were talking about Odell versus CP3, just people who you would take, LA versus New York, a little it didn't even matter conversation. And the one thing I loved about Phil was I said, realistically, 11v11 versus 5v5. And one of them, the guy who's touching the ball is kind of the quarterback. You know what I mean? He read that logic right away. So I like it's as long as we can have basic logic like that, you know what I mean? I'm fine with having some of these crazy conversations. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I appreciate it. Sorry.
We'll probably have a full off season. Well, baseball season is kind of the off season for a lot of people. But yeah, after NBA, we could have a ton of those conversations. Mm-hmm. And maybe watch parties for MLB. So
and the draft is coming up.
We gotta do our annual first round mock draft as well.
I'm very nervous because the Justin Giants are in the top 5 picks again. Oh my god!
Hey, no what are you gonna do? So we'll be good.
No trade. Yeah, we might. There might be a trade. There might be a trade. But are we dividing picks out? So I have to talk to Elijah. Or you want to trade? I don't know how I feel about that.
Like I think we did it last time. We divide picks. So I think Lawrence might be on again to do his.
I don't think we traded though. We should do that like a week in advance. Everybody think about it and then contact each other. Like, oh, hey, with the 7th
Maybe,
pick.
maybe I'll probably have Lando on to do his Bucks pick if he's available. So
Lando got to be doing picks. It's got to be you, me, Lando, Lawrence, Elijah. That's 5 at least. You know what I mean?
yeah, but he might be at track practice, so we'll see.
I hear you, but he's NFL. You know what I mean? We got to get some NFL news up in here. He's running track, though?
Or I can read his pick for him. We'll see. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He's running track?
Yep.
Okay. Is he running or is he jumping or is he throwing? What is he doing?
He's doing more running.
Okay. Good stuff. Long distance or speed or short distance?
I'm guessing it's short distance.
Okay, cool. We want to hear updates here at Baller Central. I'm just saying.
Absolutely. Yeah, today was his media day, so yeah, best of luck to him.
Okay, that's what's
Yep.
up.
So hey, let's get into the March Madness. First up, we're gonna talk about the women here. Yep. All 4 number 1 seeds, as predicted by almost everyone, made the Final Four. So it's pretty much a repeat of last year.
Mm-hmm.
So we got UConn versus South Carolina in the first Final Four, and then UCLA versus Texas in the other one.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our group bracket, and we all picked, I believe, UConn versus UCLA.
I might want to change it to Texas. I like what Texas has been bringing. Honestly.
Let's talk about UCLA and Texas first.
Okay.
Yeah, Madison Booker has been on a tear. Lauren Betts, Gabriela Vasquez has also been pretty good as well. I keep forgetting that's Jaime Jaquez from the Heat's sister. So
I know, isn't that crazy that she goes to UCLA and she's that good? Hopefully she goes to the league. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I think she's projected a top 10 pick actually.
That's what's up. So yeah, that's true. But and I'm also excited for the expansion. They're going to add more teams, but roster size has been short. So even if you are a top 10 pick, you still got to fight. You know what I mean, to get a spot. It's
also the expansion draft is tomorrow actually, which
is great. I'm excited for that. I think that's what's going to get. I think the top 15 signed to a team no matter what. That used to be not a thing in the W. I'm just saying.
So yeah. So for that, top 5 people are projected from each team. So for the Liberty, that's going to be interesting to see which top 5 get protected. It's got to be Stewie, Bree, John Cole Jones, 2 others, right?
Yeah. 2 others realistically. I'm nervous, but at the same time, you got to trust in the coach. I can't remember her name. Damn it! What is that other point guard's name who just joined the Liberty? I think she'll be safe. Damn it! What is
Johannes?
Maybe Liberty roster. Give me a second. Sorry. No, Natasha Cloud's gonna get saved.
Oh yeah, no.
It'll probably be Sabrina, Brianna Stewart, Jocko Jones, Natasha Cloud, and then either Fitchbaum, Marina Johannes, or I don't know. I think they might save somebody young. Who knows? But Kenny Burke also plays very well. I don't know. But I think that she might get taken. You never know in this expansion draft. So yeah. No, I'm excited, but I'm also kind of nervous about this new thing. You know what I mean? Because it's just coming to Philly, right? That's the only team that's drafting?
2.
Oh, where's the other one? It's Detroit?
It's Toronto, Tempo.
Toronto and Tempo. And then Philly's next year.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me double check. The Tempo and Fire.
Fire too?
Let me check. What city is the Fire?
Phoenix? No.
It is the Toronto Tempo.
Okay.
And I believe where's the Fire?
Gilmore is retiring from the NFL.
Who?
Stephon Gilmore is retiring from the NFL.
Oh,
there's a rumor. But if he is, and this is live on the podcast, I just want to say he had an amazing career. He was a great Patriot. And yeah, honestly. He was obviously a good Cowboy too, right?
Huh?
He was a Cowboy too, right?
Yep. So it was the Portland Fire and the Toronto Tempo.
Gotcha. And then next year's Philly?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I thought.
So yeah. But back to UCLA and Texas. Yeah, this one's going to be tough. Obviously both number 1 seeds. I believe it was who won last year? Texas?
Last year it was UConn, South Carolina. It was just they were in different brackets. So
yeah.
Right? Because UConn beat South Carolina. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm definitely wrong.
I know UConn definitely won the championship last year.
UConn definitely won the championship, but I can't remember who they beat. Let me Google it. Sorry. Who did UConn beat last year in the national championship game?
It was UConn versus UCLA and South
UCLA.
Carolina versus Texas.
Yeah.
So yeah,
was it? I was right.
Yep.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought.
Yes. So South Carolina beat Texas, then UConn beat UCLA.
That's what I thought.
Now we get the championship from last year in the Final Four.
We do. And I think that's why they did that. And I think that's why Syracuse was mad because, like, it's like, yeah, you switched, like, UConn and, like, South Carolina so they don't meet in the final now. But you also screwed over a bunch of other little teams depending on who they got to play. So it's just.
Yeah. So personally, I got UCLA versus UConn. My original pick, I'm going to stick with it. I think Lauren Betts and them. I think Lauren Betts gets a championship appearance before she heads out, her and Gabriella. Madison Booker still got time. I think she's a sophomore. I could be wrong.
I think
she's still young.
I hear you. I just think that I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say it other than I really like UConn. I really think they win this game, but I think it's a close game versus South Carolina. And I do think the winner of this Final Four game probably wins it all.
Yeah,
I don't trust UCLA, no offense, versus UConn. And I don't know if I trust UCLA versus South Carolina, but I mean,
I agree. Yeah, the winner will definitely win the championship.
It depends also like how they do that because I know we picked UCLA to win, but I also really like the girls of Texas. I think they've been playing very well. And I mean, I think other people thought they were going to get knocked off by Oregon, but they didn't. So,
yeah,
I mean, they're still in this. Let's get this.
Yeah, either way, we both agree. Whoever wins on the left is probably winning the whole thing.
Probably the whole thing, yeah. But I mean, I'm still gonna watch the national championship game. I think that's the thing that's being slept on the most. Like this is very like 1973 guys championship where like North Carolina played Virginia or something, and it was just such a high scoring game. Or no, I can't remember who it was. It might have been North Carolina. It might have been Houston, I think. But it was such a really, 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 really good game that like. NC State, you know what I mean, didn't stand a chance. So, I mean, it's just like that's what happens in March. You know what I mean? You might underestimate a game, and then someone comes out in the national championship and just whoops you. You know what I mean?
Yep. So, let's head over to the men. First up, Michigan versus Arizona. Michigan, I believe, beat Tennessee bell to ass by 30, and Arizona beats Purdue. But, yeah, everyone predicted Arizona versus Michigan in this Final Four matchup. No surprises here, pretty much.
Yep, no surprise.
Yep. And then Arizona, I
really wanted Duke. I'm not going to lie. I really wanted Duke.
Well, after what we saw from them, do they really deserve it?
I mean, hey, it was the last second three. It was a great three. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, like, wow.
They blew a 15-point lead, a 19-point lead.
They did, but that three was ridiculous.
He said, I don't have no time to dribble. I'm just going to shoot it up. And the Duke guard, whose IG name is Put a Hand Up, did not put a hand up.
It was unfortunate, yeah. That's like that corner from the Seahawks taunting the other team, and then he gets that penalty or something. That's like, oh, yeah. That's crazy.
Or the Bears and Commanders game.
Oh my God, the Bears Commanders game! Don't even bring that up. Don't even bring that up.
The Bears corner was celebrating that helped
early, and then he got mossed or something. It was like a sweet bitter end. It was crazy. He got mossed for the win, and it was just like,
shout out to UConn. They have been very, very elite under Dan Hurley. Men's and women's, both those programs have been electric. I think when they make it to the Final Four or the Elite Eight, they usually do take a very, very deep run. So, yeah, this staff, this group of players have been amazing year in, year out. I believe their third Final Four in like 4 years.
Yeah. And I'd like them to make the national championship game. I'm picking UConn here over Illinois, even though Illinois is a huge basketball program. And I'm probably still picking Arizona over Michigan. But
yeah, so we got UConn versus Arizona in the chip.
Yep.
Yep.
What are you feeling?
Who do you have winning that game?
That's where it's like a huge toss up. I think Arizona could win that game, but I think UConn, like you said, Phil, with your head coach and just their staff, I think they're created a culture where players thrive. You know what I mean? But do you think I mean maybe they're scared of him, don't get me wrong, but
did you see the ending of that UConn and Duke game when Hurley headbutted the ref?
Yeah, I did.
And then now that ref won't be able to ref any more games in championship this year?
He probably shouldn't. No, I mean, I don't know.
Do you think
they had missed calls.
Do you think Hurley should have been teched for that and that would have tied up the game.
Probably. Realistically, non-biasedly, probably. You can't have contact with an official any sort of way, which is crazy. But it's the truth.
Wouldn't that be a one-shot technical? And it was 73-32.
It wasn't as intense in the moment, and they handled it like adults. You know what I mean? Even though he wasn't an adult, the official was the adult, and you have to compliment the official here. And hear me out. I never compliment the official.
Nope.
And I want to say in basketball, this is probably the best. This is the best thing he could have, by not calling a tech there. That is the best thing you could have, because imagine he calls the tech on him. You know what I mean? Hey, you headbutted me. That's a technical. Like all of UConn would have been in an uproar, and we would have been talking here about does that official even get to call that call and that thing, like to have the restraint.
Did Dan Hurley cost the UConn men a chance at a championship?
He almost damn did. He lucky he didn't. Let's relax.
That man is insane.
But I also don't think you get to automatically call that a tech. You know what I mean? I think it's in the hands of the official, and realistically, maybe you don't know what the official said to him right before. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, that was
like,
insane.
Here, and he was just like, "What do you want?" Like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that before a day in my life. But it was handled professionally by a professional official, and
only Dan.
Yeah, because that took restraint, don't you think?
Absolutely, it did.
Okay. Cool. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If that happened to you, are you not calling it tech?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
shout out to him for handling it with restraint. But yeah, that's our
something that really isn't talked about in, you know what I mean? Like, it's weirdly enough not talked about in like enough circles how much restraint this guy had. Good for him.
All right. Now let's head over to the NBA. And first up, we're going to talk about tanking again, since that has been a very, very hot topic in the NBA. And Adam Silver trying to fix it. So he did give us 3 propositions he would to try to fix it.
Okay, what are these options? Give me some options.
So yeah, the first one, 18 teams in the draft lottery. Basically, all the seeds from 7 through 15 in each conference. Basically, the bad teams have flattened odds, and I'm guessing it's a decreasing order from 11 through 18. So,
what does that mean?
It's a lot of mumbo jumbo, a lot of words, a lot of.
It's the same thing we have now.
I think there was a better.
Maybe it's a better outcome or more odds, but it's just I don't know if that's a solution. Let's go to the next one. Is there another solution?
Yep. So I actually have what's it called? The actual paraphrasing for each. Nice. Number 1, this is translated. Play-in teams plus bottom 10 are now included in the lottery.
Okay.
So if you're 8, 9, 10, you're in the lottery now.
Okay. That's
so, and the bottom 10. So, and then number 2, play-in teams and teams that are first-round playoff exits are included in the lottery. Okay. Lottery includes record last 2 years. That's the second option.
Okay.
And number 3, play-in teams plus bottom 5. Play-in teams plus the bottom 10, but the 5 worst teams have the same chance at grabbing the number 1 overall pick. Okay. That's all. That's basically the translated options with all this jargon and mumbo jumbo.
I don't know how I feel about that.
So is there one that particularly like speaks to you, or these are all bullshit?
I mean, I think you gotta. I don't mean to be like. I really feel like the women fixed it, but like, there's no successful way to like you're saying, okay, the bottom 5 have the same odds as everybody else, but like, what if they're always the bottom 5? You know what I mean?
True. Also, I believe there's also a rule that if they get caught of illegally tanking, their first round draft pick is sent to the back half of the round.
I also don't like that because, like, no offense, 32 teams. I don't feel like all teams are judged fairly. I mean, I know we say they are, and they technically are, but at the same time, it's like
or stripped of your pick for the round.
You're stripped of your pick is crazy. That's all. I mean, these are interesting options, Phil. These are interesting. I mean, I'm for a solution. I just think what the women did in hockey with playing to get the first round pick makes the most sense. Like I don't understand why it's not a race to the end of the year. Whoever wins the most games right? Like let that be a lottery of like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Just like, I want to see players come out and compete no matter what. You know what I mean? And that's like this odds thing has something to do with it, because I mean, you're technically trying to like maneuver around, I don't know what people intentionally do with lineups and stuff, but I just don't know if this is going to solve it. What do you think? Do you think this is going to solve it?
Honestly, I think it's going to be a hard subject to pick. I don't think these answers are the answer.
I feel like if you're trying to tank, you can maneuver around this. You know what I mean? And still not get caught.
Yeah, there definitely could be loopholes in these three options.
That's all I'm saying.
So, yeah, we'll see.
Good
next,
for Silver though for time. Nice try. Go back and do it again.
Yep, going to need a lot more than this. Next up, Luka. He pretty much felt disrespected that he wasn't even in the MVP graphic from the NBA for the MVP, because it was Wemby, SG, and Jokic. Yeah. So how does he respond? He has a crazy ass March, 600 plus points, almost 600 minutes, 38 points per game, 8 rebounds, 7.4 assists, 2.3 steals, 49% from the field, 39% from the three, 79% from the free throw line, a 14-2 record with the Lakers, a 60-point game and a 51-point game, and the second player ever to score 600 points in March since Michael Jordan. So, yeah.
Phil, let me tell you.
Very historic month for Luka.
Phil, let me tell you, he's European. He doesn't know about college and March Madness. He thought that was for him. So that's why he's clearly putting up these numbers. You know what I mean? That he's just trying to will the Lakers to a playoff victory. I don't know. I don't know if he'll do it. He'll probably do it. I like him. I think
he's the third seed right now. So
I know, but I mean, you get caught with a bad matchup in the West. That's all I'm trying to say.
Like last year, Timberwolves in the first round.
It's unfortunate. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get Anthony Edwards in the first round. Like, it's just like crazy. That's all I'm trying to say.
Rudy Gobert has the best game of his life.
That was probably the best game of his life, realistically. But no, I agree. I mean, I think he's having a great March, and I'm excited to see what he does. And I think he's got more chemistry with the guys around him, and I think they've added pieces around him. So I think he's doing well. I think he's also improved on his defense. That's something that's like not even talked about here a little bit. You know what I mean? I guess steals per game, but yeah, it's not really even talked about. I would say he's playing better defensively. Maybe not as a whole, but I think he can be there for a game or two in the playoffs now. Do you know what I mean? Like, he can show up for game 7, and he won't be a liability, and that's what's up. You know what I mean?
I think he gets disrespected a lot when it comes to MVP talks.
Sure. So. Well, because of his defense, but yeah.
True. But hey, I mean, hopefully he can, will his way back to like at least the top 3. Yeah.
I think he is top 3, no doubt. And I don't think his defense is that bad, realistically. I just want to put that out there. I'm just saying. I think that's what people attack. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. Just saying. Phil, Phil might have froze.
Oh, sorry. Am I back? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you're back.
I heard the wind, and then I saw my screen circle thing.
Okay.
Yeah, gotcha. Apparently, Verizon Wi-Fi does not like the wind. Apparently.
That's funny. Sorry.
But yeah, we'll see. I think it's between SG and Wemby, but I think Luka is a conversation.
I think he's definitely there too. I think Luka's definitely in that conversation. I think he still has a really good shot at winning MVP this year. I think if he plays like this again, he'll have outplayed SGA kinda. You know what I mean?
Right.
If he has another March, he might outplay Wemby. Who knows? I'm just saying. Oh, Wemby's having a great year.
True. So hey, let's talk about the NBA playoff race before we talk about a little bit of MLB. Not really a huge pod today since March Madness is winding down, the NBA season's winding down, and MLB season just got started, so not too much to talk about. So let's get into the playoff race. As of right now, the Pistons are still number 1. I think they'll finish as the number 1 seed. The Celtics are 4 games behind. The Knicks are 6.5 games behind, 2.5 games behind the Celtics. The Cavs 8 games behind. So do you see anyone making a jump out of the East? Maybe personally, maybe the Raptors or Hornets get into the top 6, or do you see anyone falling out for the East right now?
We did see. I don't think we'll see them fall 6 games, but I think Boston could take 1 because is Cade still injured or what?
Yeah, he probably will be out rest of the year.
So at least till the playoffs. So I think realistically Boston could take that, but at the same time,
Detroit does have a soft schedule.
I see Miami kind of holding on. I see. Well, I mean, trying to get in that 10 seed. I don't know.
Yeah,
Milwaukee is crazy. That's right there.
The top 10 is locked since the Bucks, Bulls, Pacers, Nets, and Wizards are all already eliminated.
Oh,
Pretty much,
wow.
all
Nice.
the bottom teams have been eliminated for both.
So that's the playoffs, legit. Anything that moves up, it just moves up. I mean, maybe the Heat will move up. Maybe someone will fall down towards the back end. I like the Raptors, though. I mean, I like a lot of these teams. I'm surprised the 76ers are as high as they are, 6.
Yeah, also Paul George has been playing out of his mind the last couple of games. So ever since he came back from suspension, he's been hooping.
Yeah, the Hawks at 5, pretty good. Could move up. You never know. The Knicks could lose. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good one. It's good. It's nice.
This is a very, very interesting East. You have multiple teams with 40 wins, and I believe there's the only teams that are under 500 are the teams that are already eliminated in the East. So,
but Phil, this is what I'm talking about when it comes in terms of tanking. Like all these teams that are eliminated, like just have them play for wins now. Have them play against each other's record, and whoever gets that is the order. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
And like, I mean, you could also take this into effect. Like later on in the season, you could have them play like worse competition later in the season. Like you could schedule that. I don't know, maybe not, but I'm just saying that's what they do in the women's game. And I think realistically, to avoid tanking, it is good. But I think there's always going to be a way to skirt around that because people are always going to want to look for the shortcut. But
true.
What do you think about the West?
Personally, yeah, so far like these teams are eliminated, so we're good, and also these teams are locked in for the play-in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty much, and I think the Suns will get locked in very shortly because I don't see them catching the Timberwolves. So honestly, this group right here is probably going to be very, very interesting. Like the 3, 4, 5, 6, because that the 2 to 3, that's an 8-game difference. I don't think the Lakers will be able to catch that up with like a limited number of games left in the season. So it's pretty much who's going to come out of this group.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Lakers, but I don't know.
Because as of right now, if the season ended, we get Lakers and Timberwolves again.
Which is crazy. I don't know if I'd want to see that. They might lose on top of it to avoid a series like that.
Yep, because I mean, hopefully Ayton will do a lot better than Jackson Hayes versus Rudy Gobert, but
sure.
we'll see. But yeah, I think OKC and Spurs should be your favorites.
I don't think LeBron would let that happen again twice.
I
don't think we would. I think that would be the series LeBron would come out for, and the first 3 games the Lakers would be up, and they'd eventually finish off the series. But he would come out hot in those 3 games. I don't mean to. I'm just saying LeBron James is that good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But last time, hopefully he does not end up in the series with an injury because I think he can finish this series.
Last time he was injured, right?
Yeah, the elimination game he played with an injury. So. But as of right now, I still have my favorites to win the championship: the Thunder, the Spurs, and the Nuggets of the West.
Okay, cool.
I don't trust the Lakers. I could be a little bit biased, but after what I've seen last year, it's not too much of a different roster from last year, but still, I don't trust Luka defensively wise to be your best player and try to win a championship.
I hear you.
So, but I do trust SGA and Wemby more. Because SGA has done it, so there's proof there. But for Wemby, yeah.
Aaron texted me that it was going to be Celtics OKC again. Celtics in 7.
I'm hoping she's right.
Well, I'm just putting her prediction out in the universe because I told her I was like she texted me on Wednesday and I was judging pool, but before I play pool I drink a little bit, so like I just didn't want to text her back like a little drunk because like. I'm not saying I was like tipsy or anything, but what I'm saying is I would have been like, you think Boston's going to the championship when New York is coming out of the East? Like you know what I mean? Like I feel like I would have gone full fan. Do you know what I mean? So I had to wait for a minute to text her back because it was just like,
yeah. I mean, with the way the records are looking like, it looks like we'll be meeting in the second round.
Yeah, well, that's probably one of me.
Yeah, but hey, I hope Boston is more prepared this time around.
I wish we met in the Eastern Conference Championship. That would have been way cooler.
Well, the only way that would happen if the Knicks give up their spots to the Cavs.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to do that because then who would we face in the first round?
You would face the Hawks, and then you'd face the Pistons in the second round.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that. Interesting.
And Kate will probably be back by then. So
Yeah.
it's basically who do you want to face in the second round, the Pistons or the Celtics?
Yeah, it's an interesting game. I'm gonna let the Knicks figure that out. All right. What do we have next?
Okay, that's pretty much all the NBA talks. It's a lot of it's just pretty much who's gonna get what seeding, et cetera, and some award races. So let's talk a little bit about the MLB so far.
Very nice. I'm excited to talk about the MLB.
How have you been feeling about the ABS system? Because I saw the
Orioles
winning game off the ABS system. I think Basayo, the catcher, it was a 1-2 count at the bottom of the ninth. The ref called it a ball. The catcher called for it, and it was called a strike, and the game ended. Right. So, yeah, I think for its use, it's been very, very effective so far.
I think it's just nice to see the player have the power to do that. Do you know what I mean? In that moment. Do you know what I mean? Because, no offense, as we've seen, they've gotten more overcalls than correct calls. So it's just like, I mean, it's slight. Don't get me wrong. It's like a 6-4, but like it's not like it's not like it's a bad thing. You know what I mean? Each team gets 2 challenges for the whole game. You could do it whenever. You would also teach discipline and when not to challenge. Who gets the challenge? If it's the catcher, if it's a hitter, if it's the pitcher, you only get 2 seconds. I mean, I think it puts a lot on the umpire, which honestly is a good thing. And also, you know what I mean? It's fine that if a call gets overturned, you know what I mean? They shouldn't take it personally. You know what I mean? They're umpiring the whole game. You know what I mean? There are calls that are not on the ABS system that they have to make. You know what I mean? So it's just like
that Buckner guy.
Oh, bro, Buckner. Oh, I can't even. But he's become the new face of bad umpiring. I don't mean to be like that, but
Angel Murrow.
Yeah, he's him, but with a better name. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, but he was struggling during.
He made bad calls that weren't even on the ABS system. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, did you see the one where he missed the first at base call? Or the first base call?
I did see that. And then I forget what I was watching, but I think somebody showed a replay of strike 3 and they called it strike 2. And then he fouled and he worked his way to a walk or something. And I was like, yeah, that's on the home plate umpire, but that's also like, what are the other umpires doing? Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing that you don't realize that that's strike 3? You know what I mean? Like, hey, let's have a meeting. Sorry.
I do have I think I put it in the chat a while ago, but I forgot to update it. The opening weekend numbers of the ABS system.
94 out of 175 is pretty good.
Okay, so this was the challenge success rate after opening weekend. The catchers were right 59 times out of 92. The hitters 33 out of 78. Pitchers 2 out of 5. So about 94 out of 175 correct calls. So quick maths. Let's see how much is that correct. 94 divided by 175. About 54% of the time the challenge was successful.
Yeah. You say at least half.
Yeah, at least a little bit over half. Yeah, Salvador Perez, Edgar Cuero leads catchers with 4 successful challenges, while Mike Trout led with hitters with 3 successful challenges. Mike Trout. He's been off to a great start this season as well. He's been walked so many times. He also hit like 2 or 3 homers as well. So,
but I also think that yes, these challenges are good, useful, but at the same time, it also kind of teaches you when and when not to challenge. You know what I mean? You might waste them. We might see a decline halfway through the season. We don't know yet. You know what I mean? That's why the numbers are going to stay on top of.
Let's hope it's not like the NBA where the players completely fall in love with making a call. Because every time we see a wrong call in the NBA, we see the players. I think what Javi said, move their fingers, try to get it. So hopefully they don't abuse you only get 2. So let's hope they don't abuse this every single inning or every single play.
I hear you. But at the same time in the NBA, stick to a set. If you're going to call hard fouls from the start of the season, do it till the end of the season. Do it in the playoffs. Do it there are calls that people expect because they've been through them already. And it's that's where it feels unfair to the player is when you call it one way one day and then the next day, oh, that's just a little contact. And that's all. I mean, I'm not trying to be like that, but like call it the same damn way, bro. It's the same thing. If somebody falls because somebody runs through the lane, is their feet planted? If their feet are planted, it's a, you know what I mean? It's a charge. You know what I mean? That's basically, if it's not, they're blocking, right? It's like it's one or the two. You know what I mean? Like, don't switch it up like that. That's all it is.
No.
I don't mean to be like that.
For the ABS system, is it strictly only the player controls the challenge, or is it like the coaching staff could challenge?
No, coaching staff can't challenge. It's
only the player.
Only in the hands of the players. So I think each hitter gets 2, and I think each pitcher gets 2, and each catcher gets 2. I don't know exactly. I have to read more up on it. But I have to read up on the pitcher and the catcher, but I'm pretty sure each batter gets 2. Or maybe each team gets 2. And if you keep going, you keep getting more challenges. I think that's what it was.
Okay. So nice. So what has been, catching your eye on the early side of the season so far? We're about 6 or 7 games in. Any particular teams or players that have caught your eye in a good or a bad way? Minus the Red Sox being 1-5.
I'm a Mets fan. I'm gonna talk about the Mets. I'm sorry, I was a little biased here, but we got some pieces working. We got some new additions to the lineup that have been really successful in hitting a walk-off home run to creating an error and losing the game by 1. So it's like, I don't know. I think there are good and bad things to each of these additions around the league, or whoever you're watching. I watched the Red Sox a little bit. They look interesting.
The batting has been.
They're 3-3 right now, which is like not great, but it is what it is. There's a couple other teams that I've been watching. The Yankees have been fine, but their bullpen has
been pretty good.
Them out, but realistically, how long is that going to last? It's only been 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, let's see how this last 2, 3, 4 starts in, and then all their bullpen's tired. Let's see what happens then.
Yeah,
or maybe it's not. Maybe their bullpen's just that great all year.
There's still no Garrett Cole and Rodon. I think they're still hurt, so they're doing decent.
They're going to be a huge boost to this team, but I think they are going to fall a little bit because of that rotation.
Also, the Chicago White Sox guy, the international guy, the Asian man, he has hit a home run 3 in his last games. So he has been very impressive.
The White Sox Japanese kid's doing really well. The Blue Jays Japanese baseball players doing really well.
Also, a lot of people are hyping up this rookie class.
What'd you say? Who?
A lot of people are hyping up this rookie class right now for the MLB.
It is. It's a really good rookie class, too. I think there's a lot of great rookies out there. I mean, the Mets got 1. The Yankees got 2, I think. There's a bunch of people around the league that's got a lot. The Phillies are actually winning, too, which is good. There's a lot. Did you see how how did Ohtani do last night pitching? Let me look that up.
I think he did pretty good, but also I think Connor Griffin from the Pirates. I think he had some very, very good games where they put him up in the league.
Cool, that's what's up.
You got Adam Schefter, Shams Charania call. You got breaking news.
No, it's my buddy Mike. We just play pool a lot. Shout out Mike. But he's just calling to say hey. But I'll call him back after this. But it's I really do like some of these teams. Who have you been following? I know the Red Sox, but
yeah, I've been checking in on the Mariners, who their offense has been really slow. Also, Kyle Riley has been off to a slow start to the season.
Did you see that defensive play though? That pickoff? Yeah, Javi put in the chat. It was on point. I think he has been slow offensively, but I think defensively he's still there. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. I kind of feel like a lot of the USA baseball guys are kind of coming off to a slow start. I think they're a little tired. You know what I mean? Maybe that's a bad recollection, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, plus it's also 7 games into the season, so not too much at stake here. So, because the last thing we want to do is be bragging about placing after 6 games in the regular season when the season just started.
And then 20 games later, it's like the complete opposite. That's just the funny thing about the MLB. You know what I mean? Like, it really just a span at 20 games. It's like you could do great for the first 20, and then the next 20 you go 0 for 20. You'd be like, oh, damn, I'm doing really not good.
Yeah, because that's what Javi did last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he sent a video of a New York fan bragging about how the Yankees are 5-1 and the Red Sox are 1-5.
Oh, yeah. That's funny.
It was just like last year. It was just like beginning of the NBA season. The Celtics were off to a slow start. He was bragging about it. And then next thing you know, the Celtics are second right now in in the Eastern Conference.
True.
So let's hope
sometimes that seeding means nothing, Phil. I don't mean to be like that, but sometimes that seeding means nothing.
True, but hey, let's see how the rest of the league of the year goes off first. So we will see. Also, anything else MLB you want to touch
on? Not really. I mean, overall, it's been a good year so far. I'm surprised about Mike Trout's challenge.
Batting a lot better.
Yeah, I think Francisco Lindor is playing really well too. He had 2 doubles so far to start off this year. He's hitting better than he hit all last year for March. So
true. So, also before we head out, I wanted to get your opinion on something. The Raiders signed Kirk Cousins.
Interesting. That's an interesting sign.
Also, it looked like they signed him for a 5-year, $172 million deal, which I thought at first, I was like, damn, I didn't want to pull a Javi, so I looked at my research. It's actually, that money is basically the Falcons paying it off.
Yeah, from the Falcons. Yeah.
It's basically a 1-year, $20 million deal, so I want to
make sure. $20 million still?
Yeah.
What the fuck? All right.
His agent's elite, I'm telling you. He he just passed Brady in career earnings.
It just doesn't make sense to me because it makes sense to me, but it just doesn't make sense to me because like Kyler Murray, like all offseason was talked about like, oh, all you have to do is sign him for $1 million and Arizona is going to pay the other $35 million. You know what I mean? And then like, oh, the Vikings signed him and it was such a great signing, right? But like, it's crazy to me how like, no offense, but I see this move for Kirk Cousins as a lateral move. But maybe they will start him. I see him as the backup or the training to get your number 1 overall pick, be your number 1 overall pick. You know what I mean?
So, yeah. So with Kirk Cousins, last year's stats, 1,700 yards, 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Would you want him being
Is he the most paid? Is he the most paid backup quarterback in the league right now with $20 million?
Probably.
It's crazy. Because I mean, no offense, I would assume if you draft Fernando Mendoza that you're starting from Manuel Mendoza day 1. You know what I mean? Yeah, or do you think their offense line's not good enough, so they're going to play Kirk Cousins this year?
That's how I'm going to ask you next. Do you start Kirk Cousins and have Mendoza learn from him, or Mendoza starts off right away and then?
I think that's originally what $10 million of the dollars is from Kirk Cousins is like teach Fernando Mendoza how to be a great number 1 overall pick. As you know, when was Kirk Cousins drafted? In the same draft as who? RG3. So he's been in great quarterback rooms. He's helped he's helped Penix, he's helped other quarterbacks. So it's just I'm excited to see what he does with Fernando Mendoza. I think this is an interesting signing. I think it's a 1-year deal, so he can go play somewhere else. But like $20 million is a lot of money for someone to sit on the bench.
Yep. Also,
they do the Raiders 3 out of 1.
They do call Mendoza Junior Kirk Cousins, so
they do. All right, so yeah, maybe they just want him to put his finished product on him. I guess I don't know, but
yeah,
honestly, with Ty Law and Darrelle Revis, you know that, right?
Yeah,
it was crazy. I mean, Ty Law is, no offense, almost just as good as Darrelle Revis. Darrelle Revis is better overall, but like realistically, in their primes, they're very close. I think, I don't know.
And also, I think you do give Kirk Cousins the start here just so Mendoza can learn. Because with the way the offensive line been for the Raiders, been shaky. But I do think you don't start Fernando Mendoza right away. You want to properly develop him and make sure he learns a little bit.
That's nuts, though. To take the first overall pick and then sign a quarterback for $20 million, you're right. And especially with that suspect offensive line. But still, nuts.
Yeah, but it could be another situation where Kirk Cousins could be asked the first 5 or 6 games, and then you put in Mendoza.
They should just trade the number 1 overall pick to the Jets for the second and 16th pick. Trade the second pick for like a 6th pick. Get a lineman. Get 3 more picks. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
I'm just saying, let it be dominoes. You know what I mean? Yeah. You get a haul from the Jets and then get a haul from somebody else at the 2nd overall pick.
Yep. Plus, with Kirk Cousins, he will be spamming Brock Bowers. So if you,
I think that's what's going to happen anyways. I definitely think Brock Bowers, and also isn't Myers isn't there anymore, right? He's in Jacksonville.
Yep.
Who else is there? Who's the wide receiver?
Trey Tucker.
Okay. He's still not the wide receiver one that I was thinking of. I don't know why, but
I think he is worse.
he is. I don't think there's a better wide receiver one, but that's
Let's see.
Another reason to trade back for more picks. I don't mean to be like that. Give the Jets come on.
Trey Tucker is the number one here.
What?
Literally, number one. He is the best wide receiver out of this roster right here.
What's they got? They got to have a number 2 close to him at least.
I think it would be Naylor.
Thor Naylor.
Well, they have been hyping up Dante Thor.
Naylor's a 3 at best. I don't mean to be like that.
Yeah, Jack Betch
maybe.
Phil Dorsett's still in the league. Wow,
it's Jack Betch is on this team. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah. Good luck to Kirko.
He'll like this. He'll like this team. He's getting paid $20 million. What does he care?
Yep. So hey, last words before we head out.
Last words. Let's go Mets. Let's go Mets. Apparently, Citi Field is once again on best eats of the MLB, but I've also been seeing some videos from the Yankees, and their videos look crazy.
Have you seen specialty items for the teams this year?
What'd you say?
Have you seen the specialty items for the teams this year?
Yeah, no, I've been looking it up. I've been looking up like different things. I want to go try it at either both Yankee Stadium and then the Citi Field one. And Citi Field, I got like 6 that I have. Like I really want to try out. There's like a lobster roll that's new this year. I'm thinking about getting sushi. I'm thinking about trying. There's this pork sandwich that's really good that apparently I'm thinking about trying. There's an Adam Richmond burger. You know about Adam Richmond? Yeah, and there's also, I mean, I don't know if you're trying to come down for a game or whatever, but there's also there's like different egg rolls. So there's like dessert egg rolls, which is cool. I don't know.
Also, Fenway Park, they have a lobster poutine. So.
Oh, a lobster and poutine. Very nice. I think there's a clam chowder egg roll at Citi Field, and I think I need to go try that. I don't mean to be like that, but like that sounds amazing.
You have to update me on that for sure.
They might only have that when they're playing the Red Sox. I don't know, but I heard about it. I was like,
also, hey, you could do like a mini video for Ball Central.
Ball Central?
Yep. Rating the ballpark items.
Facts. Let's get it. Oh, I like that. Rating the ball. Oh, that's what's up. I like that. Hey, I'm John from Ball Central.
Here are my thoughts on some of the food items or selected from Citi Field.
Citi Field. Boom. Hell yeah.
That works. Okay. For me, MLB season's here. NBA and NHL playoffs are almost here as well. I believe they start at the same time, so about 7 or 8 games away for each. March Madness. We find out Saturday who makes it to the championship, and the championship will be Monday. So very, very excited to see who will be the champion. Hopefully it's Arizona, because in the IBT league, I'm close to winning. I'm going back to back. Kenny picked UConn to win, and he was the only one to pick UConn to win. So if UConn wins, he wins.
I kind of hope Kenny wins. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like that. That'd be hilarious. Well, I don't want to go back to back. You're gonna start talking your smack.
If Arizona wins, I win. So
I know. But what if it's Arizona versus UConn? Like my prediction.
Then me versus Kenny, basically.
I mean, hey, that's what I like to see. Who's gonna talk more smack?
Probably Kenny, since he's the only one outside of. He said last night on the IBT pod. Okay. He was the only one. He's the only one that picked UConn to win outside of Connecticut.
Oh, really? Okay, that's cool.
Because if you think about it, no one was hyping up UConn besides Connecticut.
They're almost a blue blood, though.
We heard a lot of Duke. We heard a lot of Michigan. We heard a lot of Arizona. We heard a lot of Florida. We didn't hear much from UConn. Kenny was the only one preaching the UConn gospel.
You do? I mean, it's fine. I mean, maybe, but I mean, yeah. I mean, I hear you. I mean, I wasn't talking about them, but like, yeah. No, I was watching them. They're interesting. I was really hoping that they would lose, so no offense. Their coach would like blow up on the sideline. He almost did after a win, though. So I mean, I got what I wanted anyways. You know what I mean? It was pretty nice.
Yeah, headbutting a ref is insane.
How do you do that? How is that a thing? And how am I complimenting an official on a podcast? What are we doing here? I don't know. 2022.
You know, it's weird times when you're complimenting an official.
Me of all people. Like, yeah. Let's go.
We'll see how all that plays out next week. Also, I believe WrestleMania is coming up soon, so me, Elijah, Lando's WrestleMania predictions, and we'll be live for WrestleMania for the watch party for that as well. So yeah, a lot of important stuff coming up the next couple weeks.
Good luck on that. That's what's up.
Right. Yeah, thank you. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you tune in Saturday afternoon for the WWE Pod with me and Lando, talking about the latest in WWE, and they have the Developmental League PLE show that day, so we'll be giving our predictions as well. So stay tuned. Feel free to follow our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch for any more updates. Follow all the audio platforms if you love listening to podcasts instead of watching them. Follow all the gaming channels as well. And with that being said, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Baller Central. We are out. Deuces.
Happy Easter.
Peace.
He's a producer.
Hey. Look, this Sega days are coming soon. I'm just tired of waiting. And tears falling in my prayers. I've been crying for patience. I'm scarred. I gotta live the rest of my life with abrasions. You can't convince me that time isn't wasting. I feel like Hamilton the way I've been writing these pages. So you can call me, but you best be on time with the payments. So you can turn this off if you don't like what I'm saying. Or if these lines are too basic. Just know my life getting crazy. Times is getting harder, that could really spark an artist. And I ain't giving up for nothing, I just try my hardest. I say a prayer for the ones departed. A cold world, I just want to show how pure my heart is. But I see the comments, stories going around about the kid, but I'm so timeless. Bad energy can't get to me. I'm the